welcome to yet another edition of askmzjudz. As always, I hope you're keeping well, taking good care of yourself and those who are important to you, and enjoying life as God gives it. As always, we talk about all things lifestyle. How do you maintain your balance? How do you relate with your family, your spouse, your children, your relatives, your community, your friends, colleagues? How do we manage work and competing challenges with home? All those kinds of things, right? So it's a lifestyle channel. We kind of have a bit of a slant towards those who are raising families away from their core families or cultural heritage. So, people in diaspora or people who are living in communities outside of their home communities. Today, I wanted to just talk very quickly on what I've considered. What do you do with discomfort? The reason I ask this is oftentimes challenges come to us as discomfort, and a lot of people are uncomfortable with challenges. But the truth is, there's nothing in life that changes in our comfort zones. If you're just comfortable where you are, chances are you will not be challenged, you will not grow, you will just be there flat, right? And that's not a good state to be. So, what do we do with challenges? As always, I like to draw examples from my own life experiences. So, I look back and I think the times I grew the most were times when I experienced challenges that seemed to be so great that I had to push through to get to the next level. By the time I pushed through, I could look back and be grateful for that opportunity because I ended up always in a better place than I was during the challenge. So I'll give an example, personal and then one professional, and I hope that will help to establish this. So personal. I used to volunteer with an international NGO way back then in Nigeria, and we lived in a communal setup where everyone had responsibilities for different um, things. At some point, an elderly lady joined us and felt a bit uncomfortable because the rest of us were very young and seemed to have created our own synergies over the years. And in her discomfort of not fitting in, she caused a lot of discord. Is probably the best way to describe it. And at some point, it propelled us to re-engage with how we were doing things and how to up our game so that we didn't give in to despair in this new situation. Every one of us involved in that situation made decisions that pushed us into a far better place. All of us today are in a far better place. And I look back and I realize that if that discomfort wasn't there, some of us would probably have just been comfortable in that place, just flat. Another example is at work. If you do not get, for me, if I get challenges, it pushes me to find a solution to that challenge. Now, when people complain, oh, this is overwhelming, that's not a word that I like to use. I like to see it as a new challenge that will give me the opportunity to acquire new skill sets that will help me not just overcome, but be better prepared for the next challenge. So, when I encountered that kind of challenge, of course, initially you would probably feel like, "Ugh, like this is going to wear me out." But because I have come to understand from way back that challenges, discomfort are an opportunity. They often serve as a vehicle to prepare you to the next stage. I would engage. Now, sometimes I haven't done so well because it's meant that I could lose sleep for a while. But by the grace of God, when I forge through, I always end up in a better place. Even in the area of my health, when pain became my companion for years. Sometimes I still tear when I think about it. And it got to a point I said to myself, if I am feeling this pain, it means that I'm alive. So, what would I do? I will occupy myself with praise. I will occupy myself with prayer. I will overwhelm myself with gratitude for the fact that I was alive, that I could even feel pain. Because I know that there are some people who have conditions where they cannot feel pain. Now, this is not diminishing those people's challenges. This is just to establish that irrespective of the challenge or the discomfort that comes our way, I believe that as humans, we thrive when we meet that head on and overcome. We then become better persons, we are more resilient, we're also more available to support other people who may be having different kinds of challenges that only us can connect with because of our experience. So I want to encourage you today, if you're in a difficult place, if you are uncomfortable, if you are in pain, if you are distressed, if you are sad, maybe you've experienced loss, I want to encourage you to find hope, to find meaning beyond your situation. If it's an instance of loss, find gratitude in the time and the meaning that that person was to you. If it's an instance of health, I often look back to the times where I was pain free, and then I look forward to the time the time that would come by faith, when all of this will be behind me. I think having a resilient and grateful spirit, coupled with an awareness of what could be, is always a reason for me to say, push through that discomfort, get to a better place. Now, if you're having difficulty doing this by yourself, please talk to someone, get help. This could be help of a professional or a person that you can confide in. But please do not allow yourself go down a hole of despair, because sometimes the further down you get, the more difficult it is to come back up. So I want to encourage you today that when you're in a place of discomfort, challenge, or despair, look at it as an opportunity to find God's way to get through that, so that you can not only overcome but be available to support others with your experience. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. I pray that you will have a wonderful experience sharing with others. Also, please share your experiences in the comment section down below. And you can also send your email to askmzjudz@gmail.com. So that's askmzjudz, askmzjudz@gmail.com. And I look forward to coming your way again.